All right, welcome back the second edition of the 2025 wrap up on the Marquee Podcast, Part 2. Um, I go by Keith Dillon.
Go by the name as usual.
I go by the name of Corn, Big Corn Stalk.
All right, and as y'all see, we did a Part 2 to the 2025 wrap up. Corn wasn't on the first one, so it's no problem. Want to hear Part 1? Go on our pages. You know, just play Part 1. Here's Part 2. Um, so to pick up where we left off, Corn, uh, we would like to ask you, brother, what was your personal highlight of 2025
Pertaining to the show or just in my life general?
in your life general?
Okay, the highlight of 2025 for me was my newborn son,
Yeah,
Adonis.
yeah.
Okay. So,
Roger Cornelius Adonis Holmes the third. So that was to me that would be I think that'd be an easy one for myself to say that.
Yeah,
Me having my newborn son with
congratulations
my
to you,
girl.
man.
Yeah, for sure. With my girl, we on child number two. We this would be year number seven for us, and so
yeah,
I look forward to many more prospering and promising years with us as a family. And so yeah, that would
that's
be my
what's up.
highlight for sure.
Congratulations. Congratulations,
Mhm.
bro.
Yeah, no doubt,
And
absolutely, no doubt, no doubt.
what would you say would have been your highlight?
My highlight of to me one my most fun and my one most fun and probably just I guess more exciting conversations was our conversation about the Drake and Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
that was a very funny conversation. Um, I believe the topic was when you were trying to say that Michael Jackson. I think it was you said it was a verses, and we was talking about the global status of Drake and the global status of what Mike is, and you was talking crazy, but it was definitely funny though. You lost your marbles, but that was definitely a highlight for me. The Drake conversation was definitely crazy when you was trying to
What's
when you
crazy? I get flack from y'all about some of my takes, but the public will be on my side
about
in
what.
in our debate. Like I know for one, a lot of people was on my side in the when you kept saying that you would pick Edge over Kane if you
Yes, that
making a
was
pay
yes
per view.
the yeah, that was crazy. For you to say Ed Kane over Edge was insane, bro. That was insane.
No, no,
But go
no. Uh, public perception
ahead.
was on my side. They were
That-
calling you crazy.
and they're insane. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
He said
no,
embarrassing.
bro.
those
It's
people
just
are those people are insane too.
that just
Edge is
that's not a
Edge
good.
is not
That's not a
Ed- Edge is
that's
not
not a good
over
take, right?
Kane. He hasn't been. He doesn't main event. He hasn't main evented. He doesn't do those type of things. But he just don't. He don't. I mean, y'all don't have no factual evidence. No type of see a lot. The wrestling thing may be opinionated, but I can bring more factual and more supported evidence that supports what I'm saying. Edge has been in more
Bro,
Edge has been in more main events than Kane. That's factual statements. Edge has been a
bro.
champion more times than Kane. That's factual.
Kane
Edge has
is a
been
bigger
Edge.
box office draw than
How?
Kane is.
How? None
Because
of
he
that.
is. His
None of that
character
supports
is
that.
better.
None of that
Kane
supports
is
what you're
a better
saying.
character than Edge.
None of that supports what you're saying, bro. You
I
might
see
like
what
him
That's
Corn
though.
not.
is.
You
I
you
see
might
what
like
Corn is
him.
saying as
You
far
you
as
not you might like
Edge
him,
having
but
more.
just no way.
Oh, go ahead.
There's no way a 10-time champion of a franchise is you're gonna get in and say that Kane is more this than a nigga who,
He
bro.
is.
No, bro.
Like okay.
Kane is.
He's
So if
held
that's
he's
the
held every
case,
belt. There's a man.
so
He's held
if
every
that's the
belt.
case, wouldn't you say that?
Well, not every
So
belt. Damn near every belt.
Edge is more accomplished than Brock Lesnar, right? But would you pick Edge over a Brock Lesnar?
Edge is not more accomplished than Brock Lesnar, and if he is, it's not by a whole lot. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah.
so I don't know where you're going with that. And Brock Lesnar has every right to say that he could be more than the Edge because he was that guy. What are you talking about?
Let me
Bruh,
say this.
That was
Let
a
me say.
horrible example. You brought up a horrible example.
Let me say this. Y'all
Brock,
talking
Brock,
about two.
Brock, Brock and Kane are two different people, bro. And Brock's over Kane
Y'all
too.
y'all are talking about two different things though. Like Brock and Kane are attractions.
Correct.
There's
I didn't say
wrestling
they wasn't.
psychology. No. I was saying like I'm just saying like even to the marquee game to the audience like wrestling has a psychology to it, and a lot of people don't. They're just looking at the physical and the stuff. No, there's a psychology to it. Kane is what you call a titan. A Hulk Hogan is a titan. A Brock Lesnar is a titan. So he's going to be more scarce. So yeah, Edge is probably going to have more championships because he's not as an attraction like Kane is. When came in, he was an attraction. The
that's
Undertaker
what I'm
is an
saying right
attraction. That's
there.
why you said what?
I said that's my whole point. I'm picking
Yeah,
Kane
like
because of his character. He not because he's a better wrestler than Kane.
yeah, character wise, Kane had a better character. Like I've always thought that. Like Kane had one of the best characters ever in WWE, hands down. That's no question. That's not even a dispute. But as far as like stats, yeah, Edge had more championships. He probably had a. I don't even want to say Edge had a better run. He just had more of a run. It just seemed like because Kane
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
faded
yeah,
out
yeah.
after a while.
So how does a nigga who has a so how does he not have a considered a better run when he's literally considered the probably top two tag team partner ever between him, Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys. So that was the three greatest
If we're gonna
tag
add his
team.
tag team, yeah, and you
I
got
mean,
to remember he's
why
a
would you
tag team star and a
why
solo
would
star.
why would you not add that? You know what I'm saying? You have to.
But
You
my
can't.
thing, bro,
Why would
my
you
thing is
not
this.
add that? You know what I'm saying? That's where he got his
My
fame
thing is
from.
this.
Then he became a solo
When
artist. He was an intercontinental champion, a WCW. He was a WCW champion as well. He's a world champion. He's a
He's more
14-time champion,
accomplished.
bro. He's a 14-time champion.
He's more accomplished.
You don't you don't put a bet on a nigga 14 times and say he's not over a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
man, my thing is this though.
That
If
means he has
if
14
if I'm
runs.
Yeah, true, but again, who's the better character in my opinion is going to be Kane. Who's going to
bro,
Oh
attract
yeah.
more people? Kane.
if you got a prime Kane, like, do you remember how Kane's character hit when he first came out, bro?
Yep, that's what I mean.
Come on, man, come on, man. Like Kane when Kane first came out, and he was like gun ho on fighting the Undertaker. You know, they sold him as that being his brother and shit, bro. Edge could not reach that height, bro.
So what did he reach then?
I don't know, but he didn't reach Kane's success.
He
How?
did. It's in a different way. Kane, like I said, he's more of
Okay,
an
bro.
attraction. So I can't say that he didn't reach his success. He did.
So
He
Edge,
most
so
definitely
Edge,
actually
so
reached his
so
success.
so Edge obtains the biggest belt in the organization 14 times, but
Nope,
he ain't reached his success. Make it make sense,
no,
bro.
he
That
didn't.
ain't make
It's
sense.
the, bro, it's the same. It's literally the same thing as how you know
So
how
how
they
many?
was
So
saying.
why does he main event as much as Kane did, as much as Edge did? Because he didn't main event more than Edge. Now, also with me saying that, I do understand that just because you main event doesn't necessarily mean you're that guy. That just you have because in wrestling. Some characters they was only good as main eventers, if that makes sense. If that
Yeah,
makes any sense. So
yeah,
cause so Undertaker didn't need the main event. He could be number two and it'd be the best thing on there. You know what I'm saying? But he could
yeah.
be the second fight on the thing. That's because it's Undertaker though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Kane was Undertaker level though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he, I, I,
Like
I,
like
I can't
like
say he was
Kane.
Undertaker level, but he was close.
Because what I'm saying is Undertaker has WrestleManias and I don't think has like 20 WrestleMania fights. I don't think none of them was for a championship. like, so but it was just to see if he can lose his lose his streak or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, Undertaker has 100% main evented on a WrestleMania. On WrestleMania, I mean,
And
Yeah,
I
that's
said
where the
I don't.
streak comes
100%.
from.
I said I don't think many of them were for championships. He was just to fight each other, just going at it. That's how
His big
cold
thing
he
was the
was.
streak.
Yeah, it
That
was a
was his
streak.
big thing was the streak.
Mhm.
Undertaker really didn't need a title. He's one of those
Yeah,
wrestlers
yeah,
who
yeah,
didn't need a
yeah, yeah.
title. Yeah,
Yeah.
Titles just kind of sort of put you over. He didn't need He didn't need to
yeah,
be put over because he was already over.
yeah. He was already over. There's people like him. Godfather was another one that didn't need it. He never needed the title to get over. Like this. You have those people that just didn't need the title. He's one of them.
Here, bro, here's
But
my thing. If I'm putting together a like a no holds barred table letters and chairs cage fight type of deal, then yes, I might pick a Edge over Kane. But if it's
uh,
a but if it's a main event for the world, for the heavyweight championship of the world, I'm sorry, that main event to me would go to like certain wrestlers, like
But there's
of
no way you can
course,
say that because it went to Edge. Those things went to Edge, bro. Those things went to Edge. That's what I'm saying. The stuff you're talking about, all that went to Edge, not Kane. Edge was by far the better character because he's the better person on the mic. He was way more mic. He had way better mic skills than Edge.
bro,
Way more character
Kane
than
100%,
Kane. What are you
Kane
talking?
100%,
Those things you're saying don't make sense right now
Kane
with
won the title
Edge.
too, right?
Man, he
So
probably
Kane
won the
never had
title
a
three
belt.
times in his career. Probably, I mean, I could probably remember 3 runs in his career, bro. If that, I don't even know if he really won them whole career. Edge won it 14
But
times, bro.
but that's what
That's
I'm
just the
saying,
world
bro.
title. We talking about the tag
But
teams, hardcore
no, no,
champions,
no. You
intercontinental
talking
champions,
about
all those things. You know
you
what I'm saying?
talking about stats. I'm talking about if I'm putting together a main event where I'm trying to make money, I'm not making Edge my main event.
But WWF did that though. You're not making
but
sense. They did that. They actually put Edge as the guy, headliner. What are you talking about? He was
And
the
where's
headliner.
WCW? And where's WCW right now?
I'm talking about WCW and WWF. He did it in both. And all the other races that he's been in. What are you talking about? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like you're
Bro,
saying
I'm
the
not
stuff you're
talking, I'm not,
saying,
no, no, no.
the stuff you're saying don't make no
You
sense because
talking about what he did.
WWF did those things. He was the headliner. Like he was a headliner for a long
Bro, you
time.
talking about what he did. I'm talking about me personally. If I'm building a main event, I would pick Kane over Edge.
All right, personal in real life, I got you. I go off what happened in real life.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm saying like
I
like the
understand.
WWE.
I understand what you're saying, Key. Like if you're thinking again, this is Titan versus like Warrior. Like
Mhm.
you want a main event with Titan, so you want like an Undertaker versus Kane type main event, right?
Right,
To
right.
where Korn is I'm not gonna say he prefers, but he's talking about more of an Edge versus Roman Reigns type shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
and
not
that's
saying I
still
prefer
great.
him. I'm telling you what actually
I
happened.
get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I understand. Like, it's preference really. Like, Key is going for Titans as to you're going for Warrior. This about. So I understand the difference. You guys both aren't wrong. Like I said, Edge can be a main attraction, but Kane is the attraction. The big red
My thing is
machine.
this, bro.
I understand what you're saying, but I do see Edge can be the main event. He's a main eventer,
But my
a
thing is
Hall of
this:
Famer.
was
So
was Edge the main event when wrestling was at its lowest peak in popularity?
yeah, he's
You
been a
see what I'm
main event
saying? Like
before. He's
if
been
he was
somebody
the
to
main
help the company.
if he was the main event when wrestling was at its peak, okay, then yeah, I get you. But
He was.
if you
He's
the
been
main
He
that though.
event when
was. He
nobody's watching
was.
wrestling,
He was. He was. He was.
I'm just saying
He's been
I
that.
don't remember seeing
Look,
me
man,
personally.
you can't say he ain't been the main eventer when wrestling was at
No,
its peak. Yes, he was. He was.
no,
He
Matt.
done that.
I'm agreeing with you, bro. I'm
I
saying that he
was gonna say, like,
was.
bro, ain't no
Yeah,
way he's saying that. Like,
yeah.
that
No,
really
no.
makes
I'm saying
sense.
that. I was saying in like when the company was really low, he was one of the few people that kept
That
it
kept it
like
afloat. That
up.
kept it going. Yeah.
That kept it going.
And when it
and
was
when the
up, he was
company
up.
was, yeah, yep. Like I said, whether
Yeah,
it
he's
was
tripping
Edge
on
and
Edge,
Christian or
bro.
just
He's
Edge,
tripping on
he had,
Edge, bro. You gonna have to do your
yeah,
homework on
like
Edge, Key Anthony, bro. For real, for real.
yeah,
Man,
Edge is dope. Like
oh,
I love Edge, but I get, like I said, I'll make it clear that Edge and Kane are two of my favorites. So if there's a difference. I understand why you both pick who you pick. I understand why Kane, because the attraction when Kane came in, like that shit exploded the industry. That rival, like they needed something besides the McMahon angle to rival the NWO, and that did it. And my at one and it eventually beat it at one point. So I
yeah.
understand like Kane is a huge thing. But Edge is also a huge thing. Tables, ladders, and chairs, legendary match. Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, Edge and
That's what
Christian.
I'm
Nobody
saying,
will
bro.
ever
That's
forget
all
it.
I'm saying.
That
If
spear
I'm
off that
putting,
ladder, the thing of beauty.
yeah.
Like, so
I remember him in main events with, you know what I'm saying, like tables, ladders, and chairs. It was another one, where they used, what was the seat where they used to go up under the ring? The shit.
um there's a casket match, there's inferno
Yeah,
matches, all kinds of shit. Yeah.
like the gimmick. He's great for the gimmick matches to me, to me.
Hmm.
But it's just I don't know, bro. Like I think of main events like your Steve Austin, The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan, those type of
You're more of a Vince McMahon type of main eventer guy. Vince
guys.
McMahon
Right.
went for the Titans, the Hulks, the big dudes. Now, like I
Because that's
said,
who people want to see.
yeah, exactly. He made exceptions with certain people because they were that good. Edge was one of the exceptions. Randy
Yeah.
Orton was another exception. Roman Reigns, I tell you to this day, I'm like Roman Reigns got it, and I was like, I understand why he was top or kind of is still top guy. You know, he had it to where a McMahon guy, like I said, we're going for the Canes, the Hulk Hogan's, the Brock Lesnar, the John Cena's, like the
Yeah.
Hulks, the ones that only did five moves, perfected the five moves. That's another thing I
Right.
wanted to talk about. Like the five moves, like, and this can go into music too, because I was listening to something and it made sense that Michael Jackson was the example that he perfected simple. He perfected simple, and that's why everybody loved him. It was his aura, but he perfected the simple shit. Going back to wrestling, Hulk Hogan perfected the simple. That hulking up, that getting the crowd revved up, the what was it, close or the leg drop or the big boot to the leg drop. That was simple,
Yeah.
but it was perfected, and that's why um that I think that's why the Titans got over so big because they didn't do much, but it like the simplicity of it. I always thought that was interesting, like the psychology of everything, and that's why I said wrestling has psychology to it. As far as that, I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I got off track, but it was something that popped in my mind while we were talking about it. But
But
it's
no, man.
interesting
Like
that mastering the simple.
another one of the, not to, you know what I'm saying, just to keep the conversation progressing,
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure,
some
for sure.
advice, that I got. So one of my favorite debates was the Kenyon Martin versus Draymond Green thing. Now, my thing is this. My thing is this. It's not really I want to revisit it. It's just that I've done further research and I'm definitely doubling down on the guys that I said that Draymond Green is better than. He's definitely better than. Um, I told you, like there's only two guys that I'm just going to say flat out are better than Draymond at his position rather, and that would be Tim Duncan, and I would probably go. Something. Shit, I gotta have a list in front of me. Only one for sure that I would say is Tim Duncan. Instead of two, I'll say one. Like Tim Duncan can do everything that Draymond, like the way some of those guys, Draymond Green checks off other boxes and they might check off the other boxes. I think Tim Duncan beats Draymond in every category. To me, of course, there's better scorers than him and shit like that. But like I said, it depends on what you want from your team. Now, nope, nope. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that of the guys that came Martin named, right? No, no, that's not what I just said.
I'm I'm trying to follow, like I'm confused too a little bit. Well, I'm not confused. Oh
That
yeah,
ain't
yeah,
what I just
yeah.
what I just said was there's only two guys that are hands down better than him in every category. That's what I just said. No, that just means that there's only two power forwards that I think are better than him in every category. Like I just said, of course you got guys that can score better than him or assist or some shit like that. But shit like that, man, I just like me personally, the same way everybody. That's why I said. That's why I said that there's guys that are better than him in certain categories. That's why I said. But that's exactly what I was going to say, bro. People try to use his success on the Warriors as a knock against him, and I just feel like the success, the success of the Warriors, of course, not as much as a Steph Curry, but like I think the success of the Warriors is a credit to him. Honestly, so you don't think that a huge part of the Warriors' success can be attributed to Draymond Green. No, no, no. I want to know. So you don't give him any credit for their dynasty? Any credit, bro? How he more than so you don't think he more than a role player? How how can you say that? As you look at his career, especially his achievements, you looking at his achievements outside of Steph. Wait, you said no steals, no blocks. Like that's a lot. That's a flat out. You're doing what Stephen A. does. He doesn't assist. He doesn't steal. He doesn't block. Are you serious? You can't be serious. But that's a factual lie. I've 100% seen Draymond Green. You've never seen a Draymond block shot? Are you serious? You can't be serious, bro. from what I understand, bro. So okay, so you basing your entire ca- career assessment of a player off of their career averages, bro. That's just it's not true. It's just it's not true. It's not true, that he does that too, bro. Like I don't know if Drake I don't know if Draymond pissed in your soup or something, bro. Bro, okay, 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 bro. So you telling me, okay, okay, and I've also seen you talking about nobody guarding him. I've also seen Draymond knock down plenty of big time shots that most of them niggas that Kenyon Martin named, they wouldn't be able to make because most of them niggas couldn't play out. They couldn't shoot free. Most of them that he named, he make them when he count. He make them when he count. I know you've seen him make them when they count a million times. Bro, bro, what you doing now is the reason why what Skip Bayless that phrase that Skip Bayless coined, that phrase that Skip Bayless made famous, that is called the eye test. Like, what do you see? Do you not see his impact, bro? That is so false. You really just said you really just so you really just said a guy that won Defensive Player of the Year don't guard nobody. So okay, so but that's different. That's that's different. That's different than Defensive Player of the Year though. What you talking about, Evan Mobley? Bro, I don't know nothing about no damn Evan Mobley. So you saying that, bro? That's to me, bro. Like I said, bro. I that's one thing. That's one thing that I say. I don't care what none of them niggas is talking about. Draymond is better than most of them niggas that Kenyon Martin named. He definitely better than Kenyon Martin was. He definitely better than Dennis Rodman was. I don't like Dennis Rodman couldn't do shit offensively. Motherfuckers, the motherfuckers rebound out of this world, and he all of a sudden he better than a nigga that can do everything. Like cut it out, bro. I don't know. I don't agree with it. Like, this, bro, Dennis Rodman is limited as hell. That nigga was liability. Not in today's game. Bro. Rodman wouldn't, bro. Rodman wouldn't even get to see the floor in today's game because he can't shoot. He cannot shoot. Rudy Gobert 7 feet tall, bro. Rudy Gobert can actually he can actually leave the paint and possibly contend with smaller guys. Dennis Rodman, bro, he was in, bro. Rodman was mainly a paint player, bro. Yes, he was. Bro, you don't think for him to get, bro, for him to get all of them rebounds, he had to be in the paint most of the time, right or wrong, bro. Dennis Rodman was a paint player, bro. What are you talking about, bro? All I know is this. Oh, okay. So, Dennis Rodman, you just gave him props for being a rebound king. But then you turn around and say he used to guard the best perimeter player for the other team, right? Okay. So while he so when he's guarding the best perimeter player, what is he doing on the other side of the ball? Okay. Okay. So again, is he contributing offensively? What you mean? That's your biggest knock on Draymond. Is what he can't do offensively. Bro, No, see, that's that LeBron thing because people always like to say LeBron can play every position, and then I say, is he effective at every position? They'll say, I mean, no, but that's literally what you just said. Because you can simply put him right there, doesn't mean he can do it. Okay, so winning defensive play, bro. Winning a defensive player of the year award doesn't make you better than a Draymond Green. It like he won the award too. It just simply it means that you can play defense as well. So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this. Would you say would you would you say that if you put Dennis Rodman in Draymond Green's role, do you think the Warriors are the same team? I said, do you think that if you put Dennis Rodman in Draymond Green's role, do you think they're the same team? Right. But can he shoot? Can he pass? No, not the way Draymond does, bro. Have you ever seen, bro? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, absolutely. If you put Draymond in Dennis Rodman's spot, of course they would. They fuck around and be a better team because there's nothing, bro. It's nothing that Dennis Rodman can do that Draymond can. Now, did Dennis Rodman dominate the game? No, no, no. I never. I didn't say Draymond would be better at it than Rodman, but I'm saying that he can do it. There's no drop off because think about it. Think about it. Okay, those on the plays where Draymond. Okay, so on the plays where those two are covered and no, 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 no. You remember how you just said that nobody guards Draymond, right? So if nobody guards, then okay. So if nobody is guarding Dennis Rodman on the 3-point line, is Dennis Rodman gonna hit that shot? Fuck no, he's not. He's not. He fuck around not even take the shot. Just bro. I've seen Draymond make big threes, and you have too. Come on now. You've never seen Draymond hit a big three? No. What I'm saying is, I've seen big moments where Draymond take and make a shot. I've also seen big moments on defense where he come up with a big block or a big steal or some shit like that. You making it seem like he's not. You making it seem like you can put anybody right there and they would be just successful, and I don't agree with that. You're right. A lot of people agree with Draymond as well. Me personally, as far as the actual debate, I thought it was crazy for Kenyon Martin to respond to what Draymond said with "you wasn't better than all of these people." Like I just feel like shit. Why did I just keep it on me and you? Why you gotta reference 60 other people? Because 'cause- okay, now think about it. Think about it. If Draymond would have referenced because those same 60 motherfuckers are better than Kenyon Martin as well. Or would you not agree with that? I said, would you or would you not agree that most of the people that Kenyon Martin named, they're better than him as well? So that's what I'm saying. I, I wouldn't like. I think that's a weak argument to say if the same people you naming are better than you too. But my thing is, Draymond responded to Kenyon Martin saying that he's not a tough guy by saying, "I may not be a tough guy. I'm better than you." And then your response to me is, "But you ain't better than these 60." Like I don't know. I just thought there was a weak argument. That's what he said. No, that's not the truth. That's like Draymond said. That's not the truth. That's just their opinion. Kenyon Martin has that opinion. That don't make it fact. Okay. Like motherfuckers. I heard a motherfucker trying to make a legitimate argument that Antonio McDyess was better than Draymond Green. Like, cut it the fuck out. Like, cut it. I said I heard people trying to make a legitimate argument that motherfuckers like Antonio McDyess was a better player than Draymond. Like, cut it out. Cut it. He's not, bruh. Antonio McDyess is not better than Draymond. Man, bruh, 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 man. That's, that's crazy, bro. He don't have to. That's what I'm saying. I feel like why do people not why is people knocking why is people knocking a nigga for getting drafted to a team? Like I feel like, bro, bro, so do you think Antonio McDyess, let's just say if Antonio McDyess is on a better team, does he have those same numbers? Man, bro, because he's not the type of player Draymond is. Bro, no, bro, cut it out. No, he's not. Bro, cut it out. Okay, so you tell. Okay, no. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So let's just say if for whatever reason the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2018 was able to swap Draymond and Kevin Love, you telling me you put Draymond on that same Cleveland Cavaliers team? You telling me he's out of the league and not being the same exact player? Oh my God. Yes. No, I'm gonna put the ball in Draymond's hand and let him dish it to Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. The same thing he do for the Warriors. Of course I'm gonna take it out of his hand. Bro, it's bro, Kyrie Irving, like Steph is a better shooter than Kyrie Irving, and that's it. There's nothing else that Steph can do that Kyrie can't do. Bruh, he hasn't done that yet. But if that's in the game plan, Kyrie Irving can do it, bro. Like, cut it out. Okay, if you say so. All I know is, me personally, niggas do a lot on Draymond, and I think it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Like, okay, what is it that you've seen from his career that makes you say that? Yeah, bro. Oh my God, bro. Listen, you don't think anybody would look way worse if you take Stephen Clay off the court, especially if the team is built around those two. Like that makes no sense. No, he wasn't the third scoring option, bro. That was the whole point. He wasn't the whole. He becomes the third option. What are you talking about, bro? Because Draymond Green was because Draymond Green wasn't the third. He wasn't the third option. I didn't. I never called him the third option. Bro, 9 times out of 10, no, I never said Draymond was the third scoring option. That's what we kept Jordan Poole for before Draymond punched him. So let me get this straight. So you telling me you knocking the guy for if his the best two players ain't on the floor and you can't do nothing in the NBA. You either can do something or you trash. Like that makes no sense. Of course, the team is gonna be down if you take the best two players off of it. Think about it. You just said on games with Steph, you just bruh, you just said you take Steph, you take Clay, you take KD off the court and leave Draymond on the court by himself. He's not, bro. Draymond didn't become Draymond. No, because think about it. Bro, what I'm, ex- bro. For the majority of the time that Draymond, for the majority of the time that Draymond has been on the Warriors team, he has not been the third scoring option, bro. It's either been Steph, Clay, either KD, or you had Jordan Poole, you had Sean Livingston, you had other scoring options other than Draymond Green, bro. He's never been that third option. Is that off? I mean, you've never seen Draymond Green bring the ball up, push the ball up the court, call the play, begin the play, facilitate the offense. You've never seen great Draymond do that? Of course he did, but of course he did. But if you take those two or three off the court and you got goddamn Moses Moody or fucking Kaminga taking those shots, they're not gonna be as effective. Is that right or wrong? I guess, bro. Okay, but bro, that's not a good point. That's not a good point. You saying if I take the greatest shooter in the fucking world off your team, you're not good. That's good. I mean, you can say that about anybody. But anyway, uh, what else do we ask? Shit. Oh, Corn. Is there anything that we debated in 2025 that you want to double down on? Is there anything that we debated in 2020? I said, is there anything that we debated in 2025 that you want to double down on? Y'all hear me? What man? Did we lose man?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just been in the background listening to y'all. It's all good. Corn didn't get a chance to much speak on the last episode, so I've been letting y'all kind of take
But I
over
do.
for
One
me.
thing that I do want to double down on is that Batman. Batman is definitely the trashiest superhero ever. Uh,
Woo,
what
man.
else?
And
Uh,
we will forever debate that because it's not true. It's a completely And and Marquis Game, these are the same two who like Superman. That's wild. Like that's crazy as hell. Like how are y'all such fans of Superman but call Batman overrated when Superman, like, you literally need somebody from his planet to kill this, like, you literally need an apocalypse to kill this nigga. Like,
The thing for me
for him to
is
even be interesting, he has to have somebody equal to him.
you gotta have superpowers to be a superhero to me.
Okay, to
Like
be
I
a
told you,
superhero, don't mean,
to be a
like I said,
superhero,
Batman is beating ass whether superpowers or not. It's a, it's a good thing
hey,
probably that Batman doesn't have superpowers because it's over. It's over for everybody.
I get it.
Sorry.
I think Batman deserves. He definitely deserves. Like what's the Congressional Medal of Honor? I definitely give him a key to the city, but you don't get to be called a superhero with no superpower.
I'm not really debating that. Like, he's a hero, and I get why you say he's not a superhero. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have superpowers, but
Yeah,
he uses his mind, he uses his body. His body is incredibly trained past any human almost on Earth. If you look him up,
yeah,
so it's like for me, Batman. His story is impressive. The way that he doesn't have superpowers, and he still matches up to each one of them. Like I said to Key before, I'm like, this man had uh, a plan to defeat the entire Justice League, including himself. Um, I've said it. Like, they got mad at him for it, and there was like, why would you do all that? Because he's like, because if you guys get out of control, there needs to be a plan. And then they're like, what's the plan for you? You guys. And I'm like, man, that's a smart dude. I love how he thinks. I love how he uses his wit. You know, not to say that, like, I like Superman, he's cool, and I like all the other superheroes are dope. Like, some of my favorites like have superpowers, but Batman has always been an interesting character to me because he doesn't have them, and he's still like matching up to them. He shows no fear to them at all. Like, it has a way to beat every last one of them. He knows exactly their weaknesses and everything. Like, in order to be in that league, you gotta know that stuff. You have to be
yeah,
tough like that. You have to know that. You have to be the world's greatest detective. You have to have a plan on each one of these motherfuckers because you're like, man, nah, you got superpowers. We don't, you know?
yeah.
But at the same time, I have one of the greatest minds in the entire DC universe, you
Mhm,
know? Not to
mhm.
mention, like, technically, Batman is probably the best fighter out of the entire Justice League. He just doesn't have the superpowers. That's why I said if Batman had superpowers, it's over for everybody. With the wit like that and a body trained like that, with Superman abilities, oh, and they've had a comic where he's had him, and it's proven true. It was over for everybody because with a
Yeah,
wit like that, training like that, you can't beat that. And then you have Superman's powers, it's done. Completely over. And if he's evil, it's done. Batman, like I said, Batman will forever be one of the dopest characters ever. I understand not calling him a superhero. Of course, he doesn't have superpowers like that. But that mind, and then someone question it, that mind that he has, like, it's insane. Nobody will ever do it. Batman, and I'm getting into a little nerd shit. Batman Beyond was spawned because of him. If anybody knows any other lore of Batman Beyond, the character came out about because they didn't want to go without a Batman. They're like, the world without a Batman is not right. That's how good he is, and that's like I said, that's why I put him amongst the best in DC, if not the best for me personally. But that's my rant.
but no, uh, but now, Corn, what's something in your personal life that you were looking for, you know, that you wanted to make a change for 2026? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all this: Do y'all do y'all have a
Man,
do
yeah.
y'all have a
What's up, bro?
certain do y'all have a certain dollar amount that y'all want to get to as far as being saved?
As far as what?
Like, do y'all have a certain dollar amount that y'all want to, you know, personally have in your account, in your
Oh yeah,
savings?
yeah. I already got a.
6 figures? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Savings, savings. Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I wanted to have like something light, like maybe an even 10 saved. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can get that amount saved, I'm good. But what's what do y'all have body goals? Did anybody getting any surgery? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely said that I might fuck around with the Ozempic this year. I don't know. I want to take I want to take the fast route. Let's get in.
Oh
Uh,
man. And then
hey, hey,
Key gonna start having that Ozempic face and shit.
hey, look, I'm gonna take a break from social media for about 3 months and pop out skinny as hell every
Oh
summer.
Lord.
I'm gonna delete all. I'm gonna delete all fat pictures. All fat pictures getting deleted when I pop out on
Key
this.
gonna be he gonna be looking like Al Roker.
Oh my God, Albert. I don't
Randy
know, man.
Jackson and shit.
I don't understand how people they look like that. Like I see people who say they own it and they supposed to be in the gym, but they still get the zip body.
Yeah. It's it's weird. I think a lot of people like when they do it, like they don't work out with it. Like
Yeah,
they revel in the weight loss because now you're not as big as you were. Because I remember when I first lost weight, like I mean I didn't really have to work out a whole lot because I was already like a big dude, but like there's that sense of like, man, you finally like got this weight off of you. And that's what you focus on. Like now you can fit clothes and stuff like that. So they don't really worry about the working out part or that like, okay, build your muscle, build your body into what you need it to build into. Like I said, I've been through that phase. So it's probably what it is.
yeah,
They just never got out of it for some reason. I don't know.
yeah.
I think.
Also, man, I definitely want to get me a luxury SUV. Like
I'm nice.
I want something black with the tints, with the black rims. And, like I seen online that if your car doesn't have seat warmers, it's not a luxury vehicle. So, and I tend to agree with it. I agree with it. But that's all I got, bro. Y'all got anything else y'all want to discuss?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm good. Most definitely. Most definitely, man.
All right. Man, make sure you title these episodes like part one and part two.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I already got it. Yep.
Got. All right, bro. Well, it's next time. I'll let y'all later.
Fucking special. All right. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Say, well, I need more evidence so I know what happened.